Good morning.
Welcome to the making of a podcast. We are your co-hosts. I'm Ashley,
I'm Collin.
and we're Little Black Dress.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! And neither of us have black dresses on today.
I have a black shirt
You have
on.
a black shirt.
We have the same black bra on.
We do.
We didn't even coordinate that either. It's just kind of how it happens. We're so in sync.
Okay, so basically this is the first time that Collin and I are recording. I've recorded one episode and it was a solo episode. And now we're recording together with one microphone. Oh, you know what? I should probably change it to the... Did you already change the setting?
No. I have not touched your mic.
Here, let's... Okay.
It's fine. It's a making of our podcast, but just don't take too many...
Pause. Should I pause it? Because I need to get the one that's multi-directional. Okay.
How do you know which one that is?
Okay, we are back. We had to figure out what setting was going to be the best on our microphone for two people podcasting. So typically, I'm usually by myself recording. So Collin and I are we're sharing 2 feet of space.
It's like 6 feet somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So.
All right, so let's jump right in. I am going to let Collin introduce herself first, since I think you may know who I am already. But, I'm always a fan of talking, so I'll go after Collin introduces herself.
I'm Collin. I've worked for Dr. Ashley for the last, 2.5 years at the dental office. Now we're trying new things out because, Dr. Ashley's brain is always...
Crazy.
Like so many things
squirrel
out there.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah.
Wait, what is your role at Smile Co?
Oh, I manage the back office. So like all the clinical stuff. I try to keep everyone in order, which is sometimes harder to do than that idea of keeping everyone in order.
Yes.
So yeah, that's kind of what I do.
Oh,
I like to hang out.
You should tell the story of how you first started working at Smile Co.
Oh, Judy, our lovely office manager, is she's the best. She found me on Facebook on like a dental assistants Facebook group and just kind of messaged me and was like, hey, so are you looking for a new job? Which I wasn't at the time. I was very happy where I was at. But I had heard of you before because I actually have a lot of family members that were coming to Smile & Co. already. And they had even asked me in the past, like, oh, you should go work for this Ashley. She's the best. Dr. Ashley's so great. And I was like, no, I think I'm okay. I'm happy where I'm at.
Wait, how long were you working at that practice?
Like 7 years.
Oh.
I loved it too. It was fun. It was a pediatric office. It was a little bit different. I like kids more than adults sometimes. Kids are just easier in a sense. I don't know. So yeah, and I don't know. I guess I just kind of felt pulled to come meet you.
Judy slid in your DM.
She did. Yeah, she snuck right in. That was like back in the day.
Yes. And so Judy slid in Collin's DMs. I don't even know how. I think you had responded to a thread or something.
I did.
And I swear that afternoon, Judy messaged me and she's like, oh my gosh, I found the cutest assistant. And guess what her name is? Collin. And we start like screaming. We're like, oh my gosh, that's adorable. A girl Collin.
Which I don't even know how she I was just congratulating like another doctor on a thread who had just opened a practice that I had used to work with at the pediatric office. So I don't even know how she knew I was would be a good fit or not. It's like Facebook. It's hard to tell.
It's hard to tell, but Judy has a sixth sense when it comes to people. And the fact that your name was Collin and you were so cute on your profile picture. Not that we don't hire not cute people. Collin stood out and you came on was it a Saturday?
No, I came on a Thursday afternoon. just after work kind of thing. You had stayed
Yes.
later. Like you didn't normally work when I was off, but you had stayed later to meet me, and we just kind of hit it off. I was so nervous.
Oh my gosh.
I remember I was wearing gray scrubs, and I was like nervous that I'd be sweating and that you'd be able to tell. But it worked out.
I mean, we're very intimidating people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so she walked in and she was just so full of energy. And Judy and I immediately like loved you, like immediately.
I
So
loved you guys.
Aw.
I don't think was Judy. I don't think Judy was there.
No, Judy was there.
Was she?
It was me, Judy, and you.
And I remember I had talked to Judy on the phone beforehand too.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
Yeah.
so now it's bringing me back. So Judy handles all of our pre-screening.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to make it past Judy before you get to the interview and meet me and see the office. So Judy got off the phone with you and she called me, or she messaged me, and she said, "Oh, she sounds so fun. She's got a great head on her shoulders, but she's not necessarily looking for change. She's been at this place for so many years, but she's willing to meet us." And I was like, "Okay, we're so actually, you may have been nervous about coming to interview with us. We were nervous because we really were trying to get you in.
How can anyone meet you though? I feel like if someone meets you, it's like, oh yeah, I'm coming to work here.
Aww.
Like I feel like you've got that hook.
Yeah.
You just reel them in.
It's the nitrous that we pump in the vents.
It is. That's why everyone loves us so much.
Oh, so much. Yeah, and we call everyone Boo.
Boo. Hey Boo, come on in.
So Collin joined our team. And so it's going to be, this is going to be a really fun podcast, because not only are we going to talk about women's issues, because Collin has her own story about, she's a co-mom.
Yep.
And I'll let her dive deep into that in the next couple episodes, or next, million episodes eventually. We're going to talk about motherhood. We're going to talk about team, like leading a big team of women and how we're doing that. So office culture.
Yep.
But also you get the behind the scenes business stuff that is always happening at Smile & Co. Because we're going to just, you'll just know it all.
It's an adventure.
It's going to be an adventure. Like every day is an adventure.
It is.
Yeah.
So you get to come on our ride.
Yes.
See it all.
And so Collin is so she started out as an assistant, and she is extremely detail oriented, guys. Like there really is. She's like my opposite, which I absolutely love, because she keeps me in check. Like she really does. As if I tell Collin that I need X amount of things done, she's already created a spreadsheet. She's created a Google document. There is nothing that gets past Collin, which is awesome. So
it's like our outline for this, which I'm pretty sure we're already off.
So the fact that I've already riffed more than the allotted time for Collin's outline, I think is already going to drive up her anxiety.
Because I'm a high C, high D, and you're a high A, B, and like the other end.
I don't have any C.
Yeah, no. You're a 7, I'm a 6.
Yes.
It's like opposites.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Okay.
why it works though.
I know, we're yin yang. Okay, so now we're going to
wait, yin yang?
Yin yang.
Yin to the yang?
No, it's yin.
Oh, is it like
yin yang?
Not the yin yang twins.
Oh, what's yin yang? Are they hip hop artists?
I think so, right? They have that song. I don't know.
Oh my gosh,
so
she's turning into me, guys. Yeah. She's becoming more squirrely. So that is Collin, my lovely Collin, and she, as soon as I told her that we have like so many things on the menu, she's like, "Okay, I wanna help you launch this podcast."
Yeah.
So that is.
So many ideas.
So many ideas. And it's Collin's idea. Okay, so introduce this format that we're going to have for all the future episodes.
Okay, so the idea is kind of start off with the intros. I might have to tweak the time because obviously my timeline is way different than an actual your timeline. I like to do this or that. So if you follow us on Instagram, we do this or that every Saturday. I think it's just kind of a fun way to like engage and learn about people. So we're gonna start off with this or that
Okay.
for each of them.
Let's do it.
So I'm gonna ask you,
Okay.
and this is just quick. Country or city?
City.
Dinner out or dinner in?
Dinner out.
Vanilla or chocolate?
Chocolate.
And then JT or JB?
Oh gosh, I am obsessed with JB at the moment.
Right?
I love
feel like
him.
it might have been JT
Yes.
before.
Like a decade ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now JB is just he's
Justin
like this
Bieber.
new person.
He's his last album. If you haven't listened,
What's
you
it
need
called?
to. Justice.
Oh, so good.
So good.
I love everything he's doing. Okay, so that was kind of that. Now I kind of want to know a little bit more about you.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I think people know about you, but just in case they don't.
Okay.
So who are you?
I'm Ashley. I created Smiling Co. in 2017, and I'm famous for crying on video and on air, and basically every day at Smiling Company.
It's okay.
Actually, so one of her questions is, "What's your party trick?"
Yeah.
My party trick is I can cry on demand.
Hey, yeah, girl. You bring that out at all the parties?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's your family home life like? Oh gosh.
Just a little
Just
background.
okay.
Kind of, your kids.
Oh, okay.
Things like that.
Like, you mean we're not getting into deep therapy sesh right now?
No, maybe next time.
Okay, episode 2.
So
episode 3.
Hang in a little bit.
Yes. Okay. I have 3 boys: Hudson, Brady, and Cody. Hudson just turned 8. Brady is 6. Cody is 3. Cody is our surprise.
Oh.
Yes, our little surprise baby. I'm married to my college sweetheart, Brian. We met when we were babies. Brian was 19 and I had just turned 20. So we've been together for 18 years, which is
wild.
It's wild. Like,
yeah,
that's, oh my God, that's a teenager.
What's your wedding anniversary going to be this year?
Number 12.
Wow.
Number 12. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh, thanks.
It's like not common these days, right?
No.
Good job.
Thanks. Well, that's not to say that I keep spitting.
Because you're so juicy.
I'm so juicy and I can't play
I
it
don't
off.
know where to look.
Yeah, right? Like I can't play it off that I'm not like spitting all over the place because Collin is half a foot away from me.
Okay.
So we're both vaccinated, just so you know, and we are very COVID conscious in the office. Like we wipe and disinfect everything. Not that I need to explain that to all you ladies, especially the ones who are in healthcare. But just in case you're wondering, Brian. Brian is my husband.
I think by the time this podcast comes out, yeah. I mean, it'll be like in a few weeks when it's actually released.
Yes.
So
yes. Okay.
It'll be fine.
It'll be good.
By then, I mean, there's different mandates and stuff, right? I can't keep up. I don't know about you.
I can't either. So that's my family home life. What do? I try to do as little as possible.
You're a liar.
I'm a liar. Yes, I like to lie down. No.
So scary.
I love, so when I'm not in the office, I like to podcast. I like to procrastinate and daydream about the next big thing. So
I like it.
That's me.
Amazing.
Oh, wait, Collin, your turn. Who are you?
I am a mother of 2 boys, so not quite as wild as your house. And my boys are a little bit older. One just turned 10, one's about to be 14, just started high school. I am married to an Australian.
The cutest Australian.
Yeah.
Good day, mate.
Good day, mate. Funny story. When we met, I tried to do an Australian accent. We had been out drinking when we met, and it sounded British. And so, like, finally at one point in the middle of not in the middle of the night, but like out while we're drinking, he's like, "Yeah, you can stop. Like, you don't sound Australian." Australian accents are really hard to do.
They're very hard.
I still haven't learned. We've been together 10 years, married 8.
Oh.
So yeah, that's kind of me. My party trick is I can do a clover with my tongue.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So if you watch on the video version of this podcast, you want to
Hey,
see
hold
it?
on. I'm gonna record this for all the.
You ready?
Okay.
Okay. So not just like the taco. It's pretty cool, huh? It's my claim to fame.
Love
But I will
it.
also finish your drink.
Oh yes,
So
yes, Collin.
no man left behind.
No drink left
Nope.
behind. No, it's awesome. So that's a really good party trick.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so next is going to be going into kind of about the podcast. Enough about us,
Okay.
but more just about what this podcast is to you, why you wanted to start it, what it means, all the good stuff. Do you want this closer?
So interestingly enough, it wasn't my idea to start a podcast, right? No.
I mean, kind of, right?
Actually, it was Dr. Tiffany's idea.
Yeah, I mean, I think you had talked about it, but never really gone in depth with it.
Yeah, so I've been podcasting since 2017. First with the making of with Michael Arias, and we documented how we built Smiling Company, and then most recently, just talking about life in general with George on Dental Friends with Benefits, and I'm pretty sure most of you who are finding this podcast probably were listeners or are listeners
Yeah.
of that show, and the format kind of changed a little bit. It became less about me and George, more about friends, which I love. It was just not the same feel, or not the same place where I felt comfortable to be vulnerable about the hard stuff. So I remember just randomly, like one morning. So Dr. Tiffany is one of my amazing doctors at Smile and Co. She also listens to Dental Friends with Benefits. Side note, I think it's amazing. Like, it really is so awesome that so many of our team listen to that show. Like, I had no idea. I knew Judy listened.
Right. I mean, I was very against podcasts at all. I was like, nope, I don't listen. I won't. And then I started listening to that one. And that's really, now it's like all I do is listen to podcasts all day, every day.
Yeah.
I mean, you have like a great following. You're just good on podcasts, I think, too.
Oh, you're so sweet. It's because of the crying, I feel.
I think so. So vulnerable. Which is kind of why you're doing this one now.
Right.
To be vulnerable again, right?
Exactly. And so if you listened to Dental Friends, I've been thinking a lot about this, and I wanted to, I guess, just apologize to you guys because I never had like an exit from the show. And in case you're not aware, there was some anonymous feedback that was submitted to the show. So we had a forum where listeners can interact with us and talk about the hard things in their own lives, and we wanted them to feel safe about bringing up those topics so that we could just have really open discussions. And that was what that website was for. And I remember putting my boys to bed one night, and my phone went off because I get alerted when we get feedback.
For the notifications.
Right. And
that can be tough.
It can be really tough. And I get so excited because, when someone submits something, I'm like, okay, I wonder what issue we can talk about in the next episode. And surprising to me, while I was trying to, relax with my family and put them down to sleep, the feedback wasn't so great. And it was basically I just felt really judged, I guess. And it kind of sent me down this path of like, why do I let outside perspectives affect me so much? And because of that, so imagine all of your insecurities, all of the things that keep you up at night, all of the ways that you feel inadequate and just not confident in yourself. I put that on display for the listeners of the show to hear, because I wanted a space where, like, you know, that whatever you're feeling in your own life, you're not alone.
Yeah.
And I talked about my relationship with my mom and my mental health and me seeking therapy and all of the things. So I was so vulnerable on that show. Like, there was not anything that I held back, and there was nothing that I could possibly gain from
Right.
putting my biggest weaknesses on that platform. So because I got feedback that was judgmental and not constructive by any means, it sent me down this path of, okay, like, what do I do now? And I was so in my head, guys. I already get upset if we get a 4-star review on Google because of that perfectionistic mentality. And I'm so happy that when I told George that, he basically said, like, okay, I think you need to take a break. You need to take a step back and just focus on you right now, which I did. And I brought all of those issues for weeks to my therapist. And and then when I was ready to come back and talk about my experiences and talk about everything that I had just been through, the show had changed, and it wasn't the same show that I could come back to. So at that point, I thought, okay, well, I feel really bad that I had just cut out. Like, I felt like I had disappointed so many listeners, especially those who reached out to me. Like, I connected with so many of you guys who also spoke about your struggles with parenthood, or, you know, your relationships with your moms. And I remember going to a conference where just those other women said, we really wish you started something on your own. And you know, starting something on your own is scary. Like, I've always been the co-host. I have never set the systems up. I have one microphone. I don't even know what a hosting is. So that's why Collin, I'm so fortunate that I have Collin in my life. She jumped right in and started reading Reddit and watching YouTube videos. All of this to say, this podcast is for you guys. This podcast is about all of the things that keep us up at night. Building a business, raising kids, imposter syndrome. And I'll let Collin read off the list.
Well, do you want to go over what just the name
means
in general?
No,
like,
I
where
think
you came up. Well, you came up with the name though, so I feel like, I mean, it kind of came out of nowhere. One morning, you're just like, I know what the podcast is going to be called. And at first, I was kind of like, I don't get it. And then you started to kind of
talk about
like the acronyms for things and where you were coming with and where you got the idea from it. So if you could just talk maybe a little bit about that, why it's the little black dress.
Okay, so I do all my best thinking in the shower. I mean, and I sound like Mariah Carey in the shower as well.
Because you can't listen to a podcast while you're in the shower, or do you?
No,
this is like your only time when you're your own space.
Yes, your white space. And I was thinking, like, like, what? So the ball was already set in motion that yes, we were going to have a women-focused podcast. And I was thinking about how putting on a little black dress feels.
Mm-hmm.
And you think about going out with your girlfriends, you think about having date night with your significant other. That little black dress signifies sex, like it's sexiness.
Yeah. Feeling
Confident.
confident. Yeah.
Yes, you just feel beautiful
Mm-hmm.
and desired, and like you can have any conversation you want openly and honestly, with a cocktail in hand.
Yeah.
So that's what little black dress, the name came from, because I didn't want it to necessarily be dentistry focused. And I thought about all of the letters LBD. So L, love, life, the lessons we learned, the lies we tell
Mm-hmm.
ourselves. B, business, boundaries, the myth of balance,
Mm-hmm.
our belief system. D, dreams, decisions, drama. And it just made sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is everything that I want to talk about, that I know other women want to talk about, want to
Mm-hmm.
hear us talk about. So we're talking about it.
Talking about it.
Yeah.
LBD.
LBG.
Little black dress.
So Colin's going to read off the list of what's to come on these future episodes.
So it's going to be kind of an interview style podcast with women, openly or anonymously. It's a hard word. To share kind of what they're going through, because everyone's going through
Yes.
very similar situations. It might not be to a T the same thing, but for you and a lot of the women who I think you're already connected with building a business, the startup for dental practice or just any kind of business, really, it's maybe a little more obstacles as a female, I think. Just navigating some of those things, raising kids. That's like a
Oh
whole
gosh.
series in itself.
Yes. Yes.
Imposter syndrome, which I didn't even know what that was until recently, and that like blew my mind. I mean, it's crazy just how everyone can go through that. Perfectionism kind of goes with that. Body image, intimacy, limiting beliefs, infertility, infidelity,
Yeah.
therapy, mental health, physical health, work-life balance. I mean, what is that even? Is it a real thing?
I don't
We're
think
trying
so.
to
I mean, we
the
strive.
best we can, right? But there is that image of, having it perfect, and that's just not really a thing.
No.
So is there anything in particular that really strikes you or resonates with you the most for those things? You want to talk about anything today, or you're going to kind of do that maybe in interviews with other people? I mean, at some point, because you're going to be interviewing people, but I think at some point too, it needs to be an outlet for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I think I can't choose one. Like, honestly, all of those
All of the
things I
above.
get so excited about. Like, I want this platform to be an outlet. I want us, like, behind the microphone, to be listening, to have you listening, and us be just the same voice that you tell yourselves in the morning. So we're gonna be the best of friends. I want you to feel like Collin and I are like people that you would confide in. And we would love for you to connect with us. Honestly, we want this to be your podcast just as much as our podcast. So
I have a question then.
yes.
What's just a small win for you this week? I feel like that one, we kind of posted it on Instagram, and so many people, I think, felt that. It's so hard to realize that the small wins can be big wins.
Yes.
I don't know about you. I am like, go big or go home.
Yes.
If it's not it's all or nothing, really. But small wins, I think, really help build that. What was that quote you had? I should find that again.
It's not about the outcome.
Let's see if I can find
Is that
it.
the one?
Yes. I'm going to find it. But what is your small win for the week? while I find this. Can you think of
Um,
one? Or like a high-low?
oh, okay.
That's
Let's do a
fun.
high-low.
I like high-lows.
So before our team
We
got
should
so
start doing
big,
that actually again.
yes, yes. Before our team got so big, every Monday morning
Mm-hmm.
we focused on a group meeting.
Yeah.
There were 7 of us, 8 of us,
If that even.
yeah, 7 of us. And the first hour of that day was spent in our living room. I call it the living room, our lounge. And we just went around and we said what our high was for the week and what our low was for the week. And
Mm-hmm.
honestly, I think we should start doing that in the Facebook group too.
I like it.
Yeah. Um, so my low, I'll do the low first. My low for the week was my birthday. Like not my birthday,
Why?
not my birthday, but just feeling
Oh.
like I was getting older.
Mm-hmm.
I turned 39 yesterday. And I don't know what it was. Like, I think it's because I know that this is my last year in my 30s. But I mean, there are just things like that I thought I would have achieved for myself by the time I was 40.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I still have a year. Um, I guess that was my low. And then my high was my birthday.
I
Isn't
like
that
it.
crazy?
Yeah.
My high was walking in. So my team celebrated my birthday the day before to make sure that I was actually surprised, and I was. And they had a whole wine bar theme celebration, and it was amazing. Like it really did. You guys are so awesome, and um, it was just so nice to not think about where we're not at, where
Mm-hmm.
what we don't have in
Yeah.
life. Like I like if it come when it comes to like where I want my health to be or what I want my body to look like, and we'll talk about all those things in the
Mm-hmm.
next episodes. I'm not there, and those are the things that I focus on. Or yeah, it. I don't think we give ourselves enough grace for that. So
Mm-hmm.
my high was definitely having you guys just pour all that love into me, and seeing Dr. Tiffany come with
Oh,
her broken leg.
Gimpy.
Yeah, Dr. Gimp. She drove herself, and
Amy
Amy
came.
came from
Mm-hmm.
maternity leave,
Mm-hmm.
and Crystal came and made the most amazing homemade cupcakes, like with red wine, and it was like ridiculous. So yeah, just feeling so incredibly loved and appreciated. So, what was your high and low?
So my low would probably be so my kids started school this week, and going back to school has just been like a whole adjustment in itself. And my youngest was pretty nervous the night before school started.
Hmm.
Um, and he kind of had a meltdown, and I just kind of lost my shit, honestly, like
Yeah.
just losing my
Yeah.
patience with it,
Yeah.
and I felt so bad later on. And just, the parenting guilt, the mom guilt, like, oh, we're trying to do everything perfect and having it together. And I just was not very graceful in that moment with him. And I just felt really bad because it's like the first night before school and
Mm-hmm.
you want to leave a good impression. And we made up. Everything's fine now. But just
Mm-hmm.
in that, I'm like, why did I need to lose my patience when he's obviously struggling himself?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that was my low.
Girl, that's like an everyday thing
I know.
in our house. Like,
I just felt extra guilty this time because it was right before school, like we're trying to get ready for bed and make sure we have everything. And I just didn't, I don't know. That was a tough one for me. I cried, he cried. It was,
oh,
how it goes. But yeah, everything's fine now. They started school. It's good. So that's kind of my high too, though. One is doing this, finally just getting it off the ground.
yes, thanks to you.
Trying, man. And then the kids starting school. I think that was a huge high for me, honestly, after this last year of not being in school.
Right.
My oldest started high school. Blair's back at school, which he needs so much.
Yes.
He's so social. That kid cannot be home. I will die if they do another stay-at-home order and bring the kids back and whatnot. So, yeah, that's mine. But really, I'm just really excited for this podcast.
I am stoked. Like so stoked.
Good. And I keep catching myself saying, it's what it is.
Hey, it's real.
This is only our second episode. We'll get better. So I asked you those. Okay, I have kind of something fun to end it with.
Okay.
Because this kind of ties in with a discount code later on that we're going to be given.
Yes.
So what do you always have in your bag? Like as a female, I kind of feel like we always have our bags typically.
Yes.
Although there are some ladies who do the clutch thing. Or just their phone. I don't know how you do it.
I don't know how you do it.
Because I've got 8 million things in my bag.
Yes.
But what is like the one thing, if you're like switching purses, what do you always make sure? I mean, besides like the wallet, that's not
right.
Good. Like, is there anything? You have like a favorite lipstick?
I have, I always have 5 lipsticks in my bag, which makes no sense because we're wearing masks. Fun fact, I will always have lipstick on even if you don't see my lips. It's just a security
what color
thing.
Did you pick today?
Yeah, exactly. But besides that, I always walk around with a bottle of Excedrin migraine. Isn't that sad?
That is kind of sad.
Really sad.
But prepared.
Prepared, yes.
I like it.
What's in your bag?
I am a huge fan of Sunbum lip chapstick.
Oh.
The coconut flavor.
Oh.
It's like the best chapstick you can't go wrong.
Okay, what makes this chapstick?
It's so smooth.
Does it tingle?
No, it's not like that. It's just like a real glossy chapstick.
Oh, I need to see this. Yeah. Do they have different colors or just?
I don't know if they have different colors. They have different flavors, but I don't know if the different flavors like correlate to a color or not.
Interesting.
I just like the coconut one.
Oh my gosh!
But
maybe we can get them to sponsor.
Maybe. Hey, if anyone wants to sponsor, just reach out.
Yes.
We're not too picky. Just kidding. But I also always have Cocoa Floss.
Yes, always.
Always Cocoa Floss. We are both still in Invisalign. Not the best facial. Going through Invisalign, you have to brush and floss like crazy. So the little mini travel size Cocoa Flosses are my favorites.
Yes.
So we also, with that being said, have a discount code
for
Cocoa Floss.
Hey, thank you, Cocoa Floss and
plug.
Judy. That's right.
Shout out to Judy for making this happen. The Cocoa Floss code is LBD POD 21. So LBD pod 21, and you get 20% off your first order on their website, cocofloss.com. Honestly, their floss is life-changing.
The best.
It's so good. I even bought the big spool.
Oh, me too.
For my house.
Yes.
And everyone in the house uses it. My husband, who is not like a huge dental person in general, loves their floss even.
I love it.
Like he loves flossing because of it.
Yes. And they have really fun flavors.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so gross what we used to use, like Glide floss. Just glide it over the
gunk.
The gunk.
It's like grossness.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Yeah.
So make sure to check out Cocoa Floss, guys. You won't be disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
LBD Pod 21, 20% off. And I think this is a great way to wrap up our first
I think so.
Co-hosted episode.
I love it.
Oh. Hey. Okay, in future episodes, hopefully we'll have a cocktail in hand.
Yeah. I'm trying to
not drink right now. Okay, fine, me too.
Yeah.
Why? Tell them why.
Because I'm really stubborn, actually.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm trying to be on a diet because, body image. Trying to lose that weight from COVID.
Yes.
We had lost some. I don't know about you, but I gained it all back.
I found it all.
It was not so lost.
No, not so lost. Dang it.
So, yeah, we can't have those cocktails and fries anymore.
Oh, shit.
Just not right now.
Not right now. And we have our 4-year anniversary.
We do.
Where we are going to be wearing
LBDs.
LBDs, yes. So maybe that we can talk about our, like, let's have body image be the next one and,
Okay.
and what we're currently doing about it.
It's nonstop, right?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys, find us on Facebook. Search the, Little Black Dress.
Yeah.
And
It's like a private Facebook group.
It's a private
It's a
Facebook group.
request. We'll add
It's
you.
for women only. Sorry,
Yeah.
fellas. And what else?
TikTok.
We have a freaking TikTok.
We do. There's a couple things on there.
Okay.
We're getting there.
Okay.
We have a Twitter. I don't think we've sent any
We have
tweets.
a Twitter.
We do.
Oh my goodness.
The Instagram.
Little Black Dress.
Everything is Little Black Dress Pod.
Gotcha.
POD.
Okay.
Yep. And a website, which is still in the works. But
how to make a website.
Yeah, basically. Thank you, Dr. Tiffany.
Yes.
She's been home because she broke her leg. So
not that we're laughing,
No.
but the fact that you're so helpful.
Yeah.
So thank you. We heart you.
She's figured out all the, I don't know, HTML codes. Is that how it works?
Oh gosh, I don't even know what that means.
And if you ever want to reach out to us, be a part of this. If you have something you think you can share, just reach out to us on social media. We have an email too. Again, it's littleblackdresspod@gmail.com. Everything's Little Black Dress Pod. Search that. You'll find it somewhere. And I think that's it. I'm sorry if there were a lot of ums in this episode, and my eye keeps watering. So there's that. Real life, guys.
Oh my goodness. Good job.
Okay, we did
my
it.
gosh, we did it. So we can't wait to hear from you. We can't wait to have all these amazing womanly discussions. Yep. And we want to grow, but we only want to grow the right way. Yeah. So invite your closest girlfriends, anyone who you think can benefit from having more lady friends in their lives, which I feel like
we all could.
We all could, yes.
I'm surrounded by boys all day.
Oh, shit. Me too. All right, guys. Thank you. And if you like what you're hearing, I know this is only the second episode. If you like what you're hearing, we grow because of word of mouth. Tag us, screenshot that you're listening, invite your best girlfriends, and please leave us a review on
a rating and review.
A rating and review on iTunes, Spotify, Apple. We're so grateful, and thanks for sharing an hour of your lives with us. Yeah. Catch you next week.
Bye.
Bye, guys.